Cool, welcome to my stream. So yeah, I thought I'd just do some animation tonight. I've got a few hours to kill, so I thought why not jump on stream, which I don't do that often, but I thought I'd go on and just do one of my cycles. So if you've seen my channel recently, I've been doing loads and loads of cycles, and for no particular reason, apart from just I want to learn different patterns of movement by different animals. So today I thought I'd animate a sort of T-Rex and just, yeah, see how it goes. So I'm going to do basically a walk cycle today, not a run cycle. I did a walk cycle recently with a Spinosaurus, but I thought I'd try it again with a Irex. I'm also going to make an animation with this in the future, but I haven't quite sort of got that far ahead, so I'm still planning that out. But yeah, so I thought, yeah, I'll do this today, and if anyone has any questions, then please just feel free to ask them. Let's go. So I'm going to start with a contact pose. Basically, it's going to be pretty similar to a human walk pattern. So you've got the contacts, and you've got the sort of up posing, up pass, up pose, down pose, and passing pose. I'm probably going to do this in a fairly layered approach. And I'm not going to use any reference on purpose, because I want to kind of practice doing it without reference. Just kind of for the sake of things. For no particular reason, apart from I thought maybe it'd be useful just to try that. It's a bit bright, 1 second. Yeah, a bit better. Cool. So if you don't know who I am, because I'm going to put this up as a video as well on my YouTube channel. Basically, I'm just an animator who works in television. I don't do that much creature work. Well, I do creature work. I don't do much monster work at the office. I do like cats and dogs and stuff. So I thought I'll just try my hand at doing a bit more. So dinosaurs, monsters and stuff. And I'm going to use everything IK, at least for the body and neck. Probably the FK for the tail. But I'll get to that later. I'm going to do that kind of a layered approach. So I'm going to get down the main sort of passing poses in to get the feet kind of working at a tempo. And find out what speed I want. I'm also going to set a key on everything. Take off the master. Set a key there. I think 40 frames might be okay. I mean, I'm not sure how long. Hi Hassan. Thanks for joining. I thought I'd animate a Irex Walk Cycle today. Let me see how many viewers I've got, because I need to find that panel. I've got my chat here, of course, but 1 second. Trying to find out where to find stream stats. Let's have a look. Cool. Nice. Okay, yeah, cool. Right, so I'm gonna basically make this pose. I'm gonna do this pose using the fingers controls. I'm not gonna be using the actual roll for this shot. Normally I do a bit of both, but I want to just try to see how it works with just using toes. I'm going to make sure I step the right ones. This stream is going to be kind of more just chilling out. I'm not really trying to make anything amazing. Sorry for the cough. Just trying out my different kind of workflow for the same type of shot. Hello. So yeah, I think because it's gonna peel off the ground, it's gonna be slightly close together. Where are you guys from? And if you've watched my other videos, I'd love to know which ones you've watched and anything you think you can give me for tips and tricks for how to improve my videos. I'm still learning how to do animation. Sorry, learning how to make videos and do video editing. It's still kind of new to me. India, cool. Yeah, they are quite hard to do. Pakistan, awesome. Okay. So I haven't actually done a walk cycle in quite a while for a dinosaur. So this might be a little bad. I'm actually gonna start just doing I'm going to use Animate. I'm going to be using plugins for this this sort of stream because it's how I work. It's how I normally work. I find it easier. Just gonna put the rig in there. I'm gonna take off this one, remove this one. Just there we go. And how do you guys animate creatures, or do you animate? What do you guys do for work, or what type of shots? Oh, second. So I'm just sorting out my stream stats so I can see what's going on. You can pretty tell I'm not a what's the word? I'm not like a long time streamer. I'm trying to get better at this sort of stuff, but it's still kind of new to me. Okay. I'm gonna worry about the head and the neck later. I want to get the hips and the feet kind of working. So let's find out the tempo of this shot. So I'm gonna copy that pose. Let's go to frame 20, set a key, and then just reverse it. I'm gonna use Animate, like I said, just to mirror it. It's not perfect by any means. Okay, let's just see the timing of that. Now, I think actually, I'm trying to do a really, really slow sort of walk. Cool. Oh, thanks for watching that. Yeah, that was my first kind of attempt at making like a time-lapse type tutorial. So, and that's the method I use at work as well. I make cycles, then I basically just use that cycle on a motion path, which I have a link to that as well. Thank you. I really appreciate that compliment because I'm really trying to improve my quality. I'm quite shy normally, like with the reason I like animation is because I'm like an actor, but there's no camera on my face. So I can do all my sort of stuff behind closed doors. But with video editing and making streams and YouTube videos, it's definitely a lot more like I'm putting myself out there more. So I do find it a bit difficult. But I am enjoying it, so thank you for watching. So I still feel like for the walk I want to go for, that still could be a bit too fast. Let's try even like 60. For this workflow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically get the feet working at the right tempo, the right speed. And then I'm going to basically go into the hips, make them kind of perfect. Layer in the hips, then layer in the chest. And then I'll go back to the feet. I'll polish the feet up for more. And then if I get these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, all working well, then I go into the head and the tail and stuff. Hopefully I get this done in the stream. Maybe that's a bit. I'm going to try 60 frames for now. I really want to have a really slow walk. So let's try this. Okay. So that's that frame. Let's go to frame 15. Set a key here for everything. So I'm going to kind of do blocking for the first few minutes or the first few poses. And then I'm going to switch on to just doing pose by pose. So this pose here, I know that that's still going to be on the ground. So put these two at 0. It's still going to be on the ground. I'll work on the toes and everything later on. And this pose is kind of the passing pose, I guess. So it's going to be kind of here, maybe. I'm not really sure. I know that this is going to be really far across though. This is going to be taking all the weight onto this leg. So it's going to be down and it's going to push this hip up like that. The Y should be about 0. Rotation Y, put that to 0. So that's about right, I think. Yeah, cool. And basically take this pose. I'm going to go to frame, frame 45? So I'm going to middle mouse drag to 45. And then I mirror that one. Hopefully that works. 1 second. If there's any videos you guys also want to see from me or anything you want to kind of learn about, even today in this stream, do let me know. I'm happy to go. This stream was really unplanned. It's just a random stream. I've got some time to spare. Yeah, I think that's the right speed for now. I really want to try a really slow sort of slumber walk. So let's try that. Okay, let's get these hips working. Now I have the right sort of timing. I've got the feet moving in the right kind of pattern. I'm going to go to the hips. I'm going to basically work on these pretty, like, do a lot of work on these hips. I'm going to open the graph editor now. Get rid of that. And I'm going to put everything to auto tangent. So this button here. I'm going to work on the translation up and down first. So it's going to be a down pose about frame. So about frame 8, I'm guessing it's going to be a down pose. I'm thinking of how a human would walk. So I'm going to actually push this, make a really big exaggeration for now. I know that for this pose as well, for the feet, it's still going to be on the ground. I'm actually going to set a key at frame 7 for everything. Just block it out again. It's quite a long animation, so I'm going to block out things on, like, I guess 8s or 7s. So let's go to these two. I want this to be on the ground still. X, it should be rotated like that still. And I think this guy should be brought back in space. It's going to be peeling off the ground, right? I mean, maybe this one... Actually, no, let's keep it up a little bit. This is the slowest walk I've ever done for a dinosaur. So, I'm not exactly sure where I should put these poses. That feels okay. Okay, let's go back to the translation Y then. So I know that frame 15 is going to be just delete that. I want then the up pose to be around about frame 21, I guess. So like there, because that's where the up pose is. I'm going to put that to auto, and then actually just copy and paste it. So Control C, go to frame 30, and then Control V to get the same curve again. And I'll delete this curve here. And then now I'm actually going to select the rig. Obviously, I'm going to select all my controllers and just put on the infinity. And also today I'm going to do a treadmill cycle. So he's not moving forward; he's just staying still. Just because they're quicker to do, and I find them more useful as well. Like I do both, and I use both. But at work, whenever I have a treadmill cycle, I can put on a motion path and let it follow, and it's so much easier to use. Maybe that's just me. Cool. Okay. Okay. I think this is going too fast. Yeah. Let's put this to normal. I think this is too far. This should be back here. Yeah. This curve is quite important. And also, this is a constant thing to always fix your tangents when you're doing. Okay, cool. Let's go back to the hips. I'm going back and forth a lot. It's how I work. Because I just feel like doing things with block, especially for cycles or body mechanics, making poses, for me it gets a little bit team do one screech acting shot which involves cycle and straight head both. Oh, do you mean in terms of, do you mean a straight ahead walk as in going forward in space, or do you mean using it in a shot where this treadmill cycle is going forward? Which one do you mean? Because I have this video. I'll show you what I mean. I have the way I use my cycles is I'll find it for you, because I do understand that using a cycle can be quite difficult sometimes. Understanding exactly, yeah, this video here, which I have here, is called how to actually attach your cycles to motion paths. This is how I use them at work and stuff. So you can see how I basically does go forward in space. This is how I use it when I'm actually doing a cycle. So I'll make this in a different file. Then I'll use either Studio Library, or you can reference in the animation file, but that's a little bit awkward. So I would use Studio Library to apply the animation to a different rig, or the same rig but a different scene, a different file, and then you can use the motion path to control the direction and the speed. But that video explains everything there. If that's what you mean, at least. If that's what you meant. Let's curve again. This one's the front. Cool. I'm also going to put the timeline to actually put this to 1 because I want right now, if you see what I mean, frame 0 and frame 60 are the same, so it's like stuttering. It's playing the same frame twice, so I don't want that to happen. I want to see what's going on properly. Okay, I think that's okay. I'm gonna get the feet working a bit better. Let's look at this now. Oh, you mean when, so in terms of the workflow, oh, this before, yeah. So basically, I'm doing layered, as I said. Okay, let's work on this. Just gets slightly annoying me, this curve. So I want to make sure they're correct. Need to fix this as well. I think maybe I can go a bit further down with this. Yeah, I think actually the feet can land sooner. I think maybe let's bring this up. That. And maybe actually have it. Maybe it could hit the ground. I want to feel the weight of this character. So no, it seems to be up. So the reason why I want to do a slow walk is I want to get this feeling of like real big, like smashed, not smashed down, the really heavy feeling when he hits the ground. Boom. I'm not quite feeling that right now, which I know why. It's still the hips, but I've got to make it. So boom. Put this further down. I know also rotation X. This is. So I also want to feel the weight to like get up on this hip when it takes the weight. That feels a bit better. Yeah, the foot's also traveling for too long. It's going because it's what I might do is actually I'm gonna put this back to 0. I want to edit this frame. So go back to 0, edit this key. I want this to actually be on the ground at the start, I think. That will help this out a lot. So I'm going to put this rotation to 0 and this to Y. Bring this forward in space. I realize he's not going to be traveling that fast, so his feet will be on the ground longer. Okay, so make 0 and 30, make this the same. So frame 60 is now the same. There we go. And I think that's too early. So yeah, I know this. I'm not using reference for this. I could use I could use Jurassic Park as a reference, I guess. But I'm doing this on purpose just to try and practice my eye. For a more kind of fluid tutorial, you should definitely watch my other videos where I've actually kind of planned out the animation beforehand. Okay. Let's maybe rotate this back. Maybe it's okay actually, I don't know. It's always a back and forth process, isn't it? Bring this back down a bit. Actually, I'm going to bring this down. Bring this forward though. That's better. I think that's better. Okay. I think the feet are so important for this animation. the toes. I'm going to work on them sooner than normal. Sorry for the cough. Hope not too loud. So I want this pose. So the way that the dinosaur kind of walk like an ostrich or like a big bird is they kind of pick up their toes and they drop them on the ground. So this pose at 23, I'm going to bring up. I'm actually going to start posing out these toes a bit more. So there is a roll control, I think. I'm actually going to set key. Everything's set right. Set key at everything at 23. And I want to try and find there's a curl controller, right? Is it on? Is it on here? Oh, the toe tap. I use that one last. I like using those big ones last because they can be like polish. If I use them at the start, I then get confused when posing. Is that all the controllers? Let's animate this together in gimbal. Wrong one. Which one is it? Nope. No? What have I done wrong here? Try this again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was why. This isn't actually a toe control. This is the tail thing. Okay. But there we go. Okay, I'll put this back to 0. Do that. Cool. Right. Okay, and then I want to also make the bottom ones a bit shorter. So 1, 2, 3. Like that. Cool. I don't want this to go through the chest either, so I'm going to work on that. Let's also maybe add some rotation back. Put it further down. We're going to kind of scrape the ground, I guess. And then this pose, I need to rotate this up. It's coming through. Let's work on the spacing. I'll actually make a controller for these toes. It's going to be really annoying otherwise. So, check I've got the right things. Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make this to as a left pose. Cool. Checking I have that selected correctly. Could do. Let's also in there, remove that selection. There we go. Oh no, wrong way. Sorry. I want to put that one back in there. It is in there. And maybe here, remove selection. Okay, I think that's fine now, right? There we go. Yeah, cool. So let's go to frame 15. This is also going to be curled back. They do curl them back. I think I will actually add, there should be a curl controller somewhere. Am I being blind? So this one? Oh, end. That's the roll. Is there anyone here? Is it this one? No. Okay, I still manually. So let's select the bottom ones now. Just these bottom two. Not the big ones at the top. Bring these back. It's always a gamble. Do I hate tail animation more? Or do I hate fingers more? And I think it's a very close call. They're both kind of sucky. Okay. Okay, this needs to be higher. Like I said. I think this can... Let's get the chest working a bit more. I know I've kind of left the feet in a random position because I haven't finished them. But I want to get the chest moving a little bit because I think that will help me. Let's have the aircon. But I live in South Korea and it's really, really hot. Not quite yet. I mean, I'm sure India's hotter. But aircon rate doesn't work either. So let's work on this chest a bit better. So basically the chest is going to kind of follow the hips. especially in the rotations. I think showing the weight. Let's just copy this curve to start off with. Let's go to frame 0 and just paste it in. Delete these keys. I'm going to offset this, of course. Cool. So that's there. Let's offset this. Let's try it by 2 frames. Already feels kind of okay. Obviously not in the rotations, just in the up and down. Maybe a bit, one more. Maybe. Let's also go to the rotation X and let's do this together. So I need to work on the actual hips rotation. Let's do the hips first for this. So the way this is going to work with the rotations in the is as it's coming down like this, going down, this was going to drag up like that. Because basically everything's kind of being pulled like downwards. So on this frame here from 7, I'm going to rotate this up about that much. And then it's going to be the opposite on frame sort of 15. So that's my frame extreme here. So actually the frame 50, let's do frame, can't talk, frame 23. When it's the opposite, this is the up pose, it's now going to be dragging down like this. So I've probably done a pretty exaggerated set of rotations here. But it basically copies the curve in the translation. You could offset this by 1 as well. I'll do the offsetting later. Set these tangents. Also check the tangents all the time. I'm going to fix these properly at the end when I get to the end. Yeah, it's too big. But let's just scale this down. Okay. Okay, cool. Again, this is very, very sort of basic. It's not polished at all. But let's go back to this rotation curve now. And let's kind of actually copy the same curve we had here. Control C, go here and go to the ZX curve. Go to frame here. And it's going to be, again, offset. So let's go offset by 2. I think actually this is going to be a bit different. There we go. You see how I think that's a bit better. This is still... It's such a back and forth process when you do these things. Because you fix one curve and then you go to the next curve and you change something. Go back to the old curve and just back and forth, back and forth. So I keep coughing, so I mute myself. Okay, this is not right. I've got to find the right point where it's dropping correctly. I think this is too big as well. Make it smaller. I think my rotation Y is too big as well. Let's delete this. Delete this. And let's make it smaller. Scale it down a bit. Cool. This is too big as well. My idea for this is not really kind of angry or anything, it's just kind of walking around. Not really looking for anything specific, just... Yeah, I think because it's actually kind of on sync, it's quite a slow move, so the offset's going to be less. Okay. And this rotation Y can be fixed, I think. So I know I go all over the place with when I do these type of shots. But like I said, this isn't really going to be a tutorial. This is more just me working and you guys watching. So basically, I keep going around saying things that look bad, make it look okay, then go to the next worst thing I see, and then fix that till it's okay, and repeat that cycle till everything is kind of slowly getting better. Maybe it's not the most effective workflow, but it's what I've done, and it does seem to work for me. So I want... bring this up, because he's about to take the weight, isn't he? This curve isn't also being infinity for some reason. There we go. Okay, so that's that curve. Up here, I need to have another. That's a value of -9, -6. I think, yeah, this can go up more. Up there, yeah, okay. Bit less. Bring this down slightly, bring this up. Bring this up. Bring that back a frame. I'm making a nicer curve, basically. Which I think makes sense for the action. So basically, he's going to take this weight and then drop. That's my logic here. And this is a bit linear. I feel like I can improve this slightly. See first. Yeah, it's too slow. So this is... the other side. So if you have any questions, brother, do ask me, because this stream was kind of meant to be a chill stream, so anything you want, even if it's something to do with a different type of shot, or you want me to go through something that I talked about in a different video. I feel like there's something going wrong with it up and down as well. The rotation. Or maybe that's it. Maybe it's the tangents. Why is nothing... I'm going to make sure everything's cycling. Set everything. Cycle. Cycle. I should fix the cycling now. Oh, I think it's this translation here. This curve is wrong. It's too flat. So I think I'm first going to bring this down to match this pose. And I feel like that kind of makes sense. I think the up pose should be a bit sooner. It's going to push up quickly and then, like, is it? So I'm thinking it through my head. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I think that's what it's like that. I think I've got I think it's going to be slowly pushing up, and then it's going to actually drop. So bring this down. The up pose is going to be quite late, because he's going to actually be really pushing himself to bring up that leg, and then he's going to eventually just drop it. Bring this down. This might look wrong, but let's try it out. And that curve is a bit bad. I want to kind of fix this curve a little bit. Let's try this first. Too fast. Frame later. Oh, not that many. Let's try 2 frames later. I think actually these can be pushed up a little bit more. Okay. That's not too bad for now. Maybe. I'm just going to quickly look up one bit of reference. I will look up the exact sort of path of the feet, I'll show you what I use so you can see. Let's find something good. It's not a good one. Yeah. So I'm using this reference here, which is from Sophia Academy. They got really good. This is the guy actually. This guy animated all the Game of Thrones. Well, I say all of. He was one of the lead animators for all the Game of Thrones and all the dragons and stuff. So I'm not gonna actually copy it. I'm gonna close it now. But I just want to see quickly the feet pattern. I think I had it right. Yeah, cool. So I have kind of the right idea. I've got to polish it. So this frame is too high, I think. Let's go back in and bring this down. And then this frame, I think I need to curl up a little bit more. Right, I could bring this up in space. And then I'm going to also curl the fingers more. So by the way, if there's any hotkeys I'm using that are confusing, then let me know and I'll explain what I'm doing. Or plugins. But here I want that to be really curled. Might be too curled actually. Like that. So B. Let's use a motion control for this bit. Yeah, so I want that to be there. Okay, that spacing is wrong though. So I'm gonna fix the spacing. So of course, I'm gonna put this in here. Do that one. There we go. Put that up a little bit. So with the neck, yeah. So I've been going back and forth between the best method. I'm gonna put this into wall space. If it's just check what I'm seeing right now, and then this one. Yeah, this is the way I like it, which looks strange, I know, but I'm gonna put this in world space, because I want to basically control the up and down motion. You see the graph editor. I want to make this really, basically I want to control it. If when I'm using this in a real shot, I need to have the control over the neck, but I also want to keep the animation as it follows the body. I've got some scripts here which allow me to bake the location onto the script and stuff, so I can kind of switch it back and forth. But when I'm doing this cycle animation, I want to keep it in world space. That just for me, just making everything separate just makes it easier for me. Same with the tail. But when I do the tail, I'm going to put this into global as well, because it just makes it more simple to just kind of separate all these things together. Cool. Okay, this feet's looking a bit better. Okay, so there's 3 things that we can improve it though. So first of all, let's work on this ankle controller. This one here. And there should be another one. One here, that's that one, right? Is that the only one? Or is it on the rig itself? Is it leg aim? Yeah, exactly like a chicken, yeah. Oh, is it leg aim sticky? Yeah, okay, this one. I'm going to animate this controller. I'm not quite sure what SDK stands for. Normally it's called ankle control. But yeah, I'm going to try this method. So what I want to do is, this is kind of maybe cheating a little bit, because I want this to kind of come in. And then I want to smash down, but this position here. And then I want this to kind of take the weight by going down. And I might make this smoother by using this controller as well. It's D. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's fix these toes though, because the toes look strange. They're okay up to about here, I think. And then from here they start looking strange. So I'm also gonna There should be a spread control, I'm hoping. Normally a spread control. Is it on this one? No spread control. I swear there's a spread control in this rig. Am I being blind? Toes, silver, angle, leg aim. I guess I got it manually as well. So basically, I'm gonna make this. Let's fix this pose for a start. So let's put these back to default. Actually, just select toes and then default. So on this frame, I'm imagining that the toes are spread and they're gonna come together as they pick up. So what I want to do is go to about frame. Well, let's first of all copy this frame to the end. I know you can't see my thingy, can you? Basically, I'm just copying the frame here, frame 60. So this pose, I want it to be a bit closer together. So I think I can use this one, right? Yeah. Let's bring these together at frame 60. Yeah. These two, right? And then as it comes out, it's going to sort of spread out like that. Maybe make it even bigger this way. I'm going to fix these toes now, I think, because yeah, I think the rig is 0, so something's causing it to peel off the ground. Is it this controller? Or is it just the rig itself? Could be the rig itself. This -4 there, yeah. So I'm actually going to copy that value. So I'm going to put this into the ground. I'm going to curl these toes back a little bit just to bring them off. Although I'm going to mirror this animation to the other side. I really can't be asked to animate it twice. So that's my plan for this shot. Okay, and then there's something happening here with the translation. Oh, it's the tangents. It's always the tangents. I always forget them. Always the tangents. I moved it by mistake. And that's also too fast. To delete that key and maybe a bit smoother. Try this. Yeah, that feels better. I could also, this is more artistic, like it's not actually going to happen. I could put this one back. Change my song, I did that song. There we go, different song. Okay. So this is kind of more polishy stuff, just like adding in random toe bounces. But just so I can see what's going on. Yeah, I think actually what I could do is let's animate. Maybe at frame 29 I could actually bring this toe down. Because it's such a slow walk, I feel like he could actually start using his toes kind of a bit differently to make a slightly nicer pose here. This is more of an experiment. This might not work. But just... That's up. Actually, no, I think I need to animate this one here, this joint, the first joint. These are the ones that are actually kind of set a key there. Set a key at 27 just to block that down. I meant to delete that one. So, yeah. So look. And then at frame 32, I've got to put it back down properly. So really take that weight now. It's still heavy, even if it's going slow, it's still really, really heavy. Anyone watching in the chat right now, do you guys have any shots you're working on at the moment? What you guys working on at the moment? Either personal work or at the office? That feels weird. No, that toe thing doesn't work. Let's delete that. My friend's doing that one. Actually, I helped him with some feedback. It's actually quite a fun one this month. I might do it myself, but if I have time. I've got so much dialogue shots to do at the office. So I really can't be asked to do more dialogue in my free time. Working on a feature film right now. I can't say it's I don't think you guys will watch it because it's aimed at kids, and also it's like it's aimed at kids, not like a Disney kids film. It's actually aimed at kids, and also it's going to be in Korean, where I live. So I'm not sure you guys probably ever get to watch it, unless you speak Korean. But yeah, so I don't really want to do more dialogue when I get home. Nice. That toe's in the ground, but I want that to be on the ground like that, but I also want the toes to be peeled off, so I've got to choose. I guess I choose the toe off, because that's how it would work. There's light still. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's... I might use this as a press. Just press the toes in. But if I bring down the wall space. Maybe. Let's see if that is better. I'll delete this to look get any better. Okay. That's the actually maybe that's the let's put that's take this 54th row and then let's bring this in. I think actually about frame 58, the way it's kind of off this foot now. So this is where it's going to start spreading back towards each other. Like that. Some rigs I've seen, actually the same guy who rigged this, with some of his rigs he has a squash control. It's really nice, where like the toe actually squashed down. It's a really nice feature. But I think it's quite hard to rig like that, so they don't all have that quality. Okay, I think I want to take off this timeline just so I don't see the frame twice. Okay, it's also peeling off here as well. That may be a reason. I want to put this down to the proper value. So that actually go back to 60, which is what's happening. The curve is peeling off the ankles. Make that, and then copy that back to frame 0. What's that feel like? That feels better. I might need to fix the toes now. Yeah, they're in the ground now. It's fine. I'm using quite a lot of hotkeys for Animate. So I have this, I'm sure everyone knows what Tween Machine is, which is the yellow one at the bottom. But I've set up hotkeys for Tween Machine. So if I show you what I mean, it loads. So if I go to Tween Slider, I actually have hotkeys for basically blend to neighbor, which is 2 and 5, and then I have then between the 100%, and then these keys basically mean I can just copy poses with my left hand without having to click anywhere. So if I click 1 here, for example, it's going to copy that pose from frame 47. It's really, well, I do it on, let's do it again. If I'm on frame 60, right? If I hit 1, it's going to copy the pose on frame 47, which is really, really easy and really quick. It's how I basically block so fast. Well, this isn't blocking, but it's how I animate so fast, at least. Okay. So that's different. I want... that. Is that pose better? Or something in the middle? Let's actually try this one. And just do a very slight rotation up. Probably better. Okay, let's get to the start here, work on this bit here. It's a bit broken. And 3. Let's set a key here for the toes. Lock this down. Okay. I'm going to set a key actually for the toes. So I'm going to set a motion trail on the toes. I want to see how they're rotating. I feel like they kind of, yeah, they're flipping through the ground a bit. And they're being a bit too, yeah, this key here. Let's just bring this back in space a little bit, especially the main one, actually the middle one. That's better maybe. But this one can come down, so we're going to rotate down. So let's bring this down in space. I can't, can I? Bring it through. No, it's too fast. Delete that again. Set a key here. And delete this one. They're a little bit softer. There you go, it feels a bit softer now. Cool. Still feels a little bit light to me. But yeah. Not too bad, I guess. Cool. No, it is light. Let's fix this tangent. Let's bring this up like that. Proper actual sort of bouncing boarding curve. Even bigger. Like that. I think that's better. Cool. Okay, I'm going to mirror this animation now to the other side. So I can use Animbot, I think, but it's quicker to do it this way, I think. Reset the master. Set a key at 0, set a key at 60 just to make sure everything's locked down. Double click, and then go copy. And then I'm going to go to the other side. Just like that, go from 30. I'm going to basically just delete these two. Select this one, and then I'm going to go right click and paste. Cool. Delete these ones. Make sure everything's got infinity on it, because sometimes I always forget. Oops. Cycle. Cycle. I'll probably have to fix some controllers. Let's have a look what happened. Yeah, it's completely broken. I thought that might happen. Let's just copy just the... Oh, I know why. It took the wrong thing. Let's delete that. So I can use Animate, which does it perfectly, but let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Okay. Let's just take just the translation controls. Translations like that. Okay, let's go Control C. We go frame 30. This controller. Let's delete everything after this. Actually, these ones as well. Let's want to Control V. You know what? I can't be asked to do it the old-fashioned way. Let's just use Animate. There's no point trying to be... what's the word? There's no point trying to show you the proper way if it doesn't work. Let's just do the old-fashioned way. Okay, this controller. right click, mirror all keys. There we go. Take these keys, move it to frame 30. There we go. It should be the same now. There we go. That's so much easier, right? That's why plugins are your best friend. Okay, there's definitely a pop happening in the it's because of this controller. The SKT one. It's this here, so I think delete this. Like that maybe. What does this actually do? I'm not quite sure what this does. This controller. Is it actually just affecting the ankle, or is it actually doing something else? I'm not sure. It's weird. If anyone can tell me what this controller does, like because of is it just rotating the angle of this pivot? If that's the case, great. But I feel like it's not. Like I feel like it's doing something else to the rig. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I'm gonna put a motion chart on this geometry bit because I think I need to track it anyway. I do think without motion trails, I would not be as good an animator. Which may be quite telling of my actual skill level. But yeah, I have to use them. I mean, I can live without them, but my animation is worse. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take this controller. Okay, right, get rid of it now. Let's go to, I'm going to delete all these keys, actually. I'm going to put this to wall space for the pivot point. Let's go back to this SKT one and see what it's doing. Okay, it's too small. I want it, there we go. Okay, that's a bit better. Maybe I could bring this down so it's a bit more sort of heavy. Delete this one. Have like a slight ease out. How's that going? There's all the toes are going on the ground here as well. You see it going down here. Is it my fault for doing that bad key or just? Well, okay, let's set a key and fix this then. So actually, it's too late. Let's go to frame. Is that the translation controls again or not? No, it is the toes, right? Yeah, it's the toes. Okay. I think I'm going to make this pose better. I think the nails going through the ground are what's causing the issues. Bring this up. I don't know this one. Need to get some new music. I'm using copyright free stuff, but without paying loads of money for sort of bad music, it's getting a bit repetitive what I've chosen. I don't really have time to search around YouTube or the internet for more stuff. I should do probably. That's better. Yeah, I think this one can start to come in there. Put that into frame 0. Okay, bring that in. Feels better. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna leave that for now. For that I mean. Let's work on some of the upward a bit more. So I'm gonna add later on add animation layers to add like some texture. Which by the way, that tutorial which I'll show you is basically me going through how to animate with like I guess, actions on top of your cycle, which is something I think is something that's difficult to do if you don't know the correct method. But using animation layers is really, really simple. So I'll just show you that quickly on my channel. Where has it gone? Yeah. So this one here, add animation texture. So this is how to add like a head shake, or like this thing is a snap finger. This like boom, all done with animation layers. So I'll probably do that kind of thing with this rig. But I probably won't do it tonight or today because I probably going to stop the stream in about 10-15 minutes or so, and then I'll probably do it again to finish off this dinosaur tomorrow. Okay. Let's add some animation to these chests now. So, I'm going to kind of follow the chest. I mean, you could even have the follow control on. Let's just copy and paste the curve for the translation X, which is this one. Control C. Go to this hip. And delete these curves. Control V. How about it's pretty really big now, isn't it? Okay. So it's going to kind of be offset, but not by much. Because it's so slow, there's not that much drag. That might even be enough by itself. A bit more. Cool. But there is going to be lots of rotations in the body, as in the chest. So let's work on the Z, which is the side to side. So as it's coming down this way, his body's going to drag like this. That's the extreme there. Let's delete these keys. I'm going to then... Wait, no, not there. Bring this one up. And then about frame 54, I guess. 53. Bring this back the other way. Delete that one. Cool. And then let's try this. I'm going to do a pass on the chest and then I'm going to call it a night. Cool. I think that's okay. Not too bad. Let's get some rotation Y in here. So as this comes in, like that, it's going to compress this way. It's going to basically compress one side and open up the other side. I think that's one version you can do. Let's try how this one. That's value of 4. Let's put this to 4 as well. Both put these to 4. Wait, no, it's 4. Sorry, -4. Sorry, -4. There we go. Let's play this now. It's not seemed that scary or heavy yet, so I think in the next stream I'll have to add in some more character and weight to this. A bit bigger. Maybe it's a bit too angry. Maybe it needs to be up a bit more completely. Maybe. I don't know. That's probably again for tomorrow. What about the Y, X? Let's just pose out the hand a little bit. I'm going to use IK for the hands, actually. I feel like it's going to be looping. So, let's delete all these them. Cool. Let's find a nice pose. I'm going to do the fingers and stuff tomorrow. But maybe I can have one hand sort of up. Like that. I'm kind of dragging down a bit more. Bring it in. I'll do the fingers tomorrow. They're a very rough pass. Let's just try doing the head. Just very, very rough pass of the head. Delete these keys. So normally the head is kind of fairly stable and level, especially when it's walking slowly. It needs some movement, of course. So just bring it this way. You're going to kind of follow the head. And then bring it to the end. Bring this to frame 30. I'm going to delete this. Sorry, no. Bring 0 to frame 30. Then delete these keys. I want to just keep it on the extremes for now. And then mirror this pose, so flip it. By flipping it. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's really, really bad. But the idea is it's kind of half there. Okay. Just get this up and down chest working, and then I'll call it a night. So it's coming down, and it's already coming down. This is too soon. It's going to be going up a little bit, isn't it? That's too much, though. Okay, that's that. Then the rotation is to be bigger, I think. We've also got a key wrong here. Shift this to the front. Got an extra key, right? Yeah, extra key. We'll leave that one. So at this point, it's going to be really rotated down. Get a bit bigger as well, I think. Okay. So I think the curve is okay. So the timing of the curve is okay, but the spacing is wrong. So I think this can be brought down quicker. Same with this one and this one. I think it's going to be kind of dragging a bit more. Maybe scale this up. No, I think this is something to work on tomorrow morning. Because I'm going to get a little bit tired. I don't want to make mistakes. And this is wrong, but I think I know why it's wrong, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. So thank you for watching, if you did watch this stream. I'm going to call this a night, but I'm going to do the same thing, same shot about tomorrow, same sort of time. Thank you for watching, and do please join me tomorrow again for this stream where I will finish off this dinosaur, hopefully polish it, make it nice, and then yeah, it's been really fun for me. I like working with the background sort of music and background people in a way. Makes me concentrate more and think about the animation more. But if it was useful, please do go to the other channel, the main channel, and do look at my other videos, subscribe to them, and give them a watch, and I'd be really, really grateful. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next stream or next video. Bye bye.